Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to real quick show you guys how I've figured out how to get the occupancy sensor out of the passenger seat for the STI. So if you've got a aftermarket seat, you're gonna need to swap this over to your new seat. Otherwise, you're gonna have an airbag light on the entire time. So let me show you guys this. All right, so here's the sensor itself, and you can see underneath, that's the heating pad. So I actually might be able to retain that. Be very careful not to damage this ribbon cable here. So this is what the end looks like to get it out of the bottom of the seat, which I already took this piece off here. So this would be attached under here somewhere on the seat. And there's a little, you can see this little groove right in here. You have to push this tab down. You can see the little part that holds it in. It was really tricky, and there is a little block off plate that covers it. So this thing right here, it just pops off with pressure. It's held on to the front, something like that. And it clips over these little edges here. So if you just pry it out with your finger this way, it'll pop this clip right off. Boop. All right, so you're gonna need this piece removed. There's a little, basically like a zip tie type of clip holding it into the bottom of the seat. I just clipped the zip tie and the wires came loose pretty well. The only tricky part was getting it off of this bracket. So to do that, I don't even know, I think it's hard to see, but there's this little round piece in here. I think that's what's holding it. So if you push down on that, it might come out, but I struggled with it. So what I ended up doing was taking a flathead, and you see these two little fins right here. I ended up putting the flathead under that all the way through and just bending it up and snapping that off, because I'm not gonna remount this to my aftermarket seat because there's no provision like this to mount it to. So just snap those off, good to go. Pretty much on the back of the passenger sensor, there's the heating pad, which includes this cable. And of course, these are gonna plug in for power and for the switch that goes to, in the center console to turn on the heat. And then the only other thing I would wanna show you guys about taking your seat apart is there are a bunch of these little clips that clip under these things. So there'll be, here's black ones, there's white ones, and they just basically clip under here. So I just took a screwdriver, ran it through the side of it from this direction and pried it up, and it came right out. Now, one of the things, I've watched a lot of videos on this, and there was guys saying to go ahead and take these little metal pieces that are inside of the seat right here and bend them. But see, like these little pieces right here, they were saying bend these and you can slide them in and out and all this other stuff. Well, I found that you don't actually need to do that. What you can do is, if you look on here, there's a little, it's already cut out, but there's a little silver ring that attaches basically in between here to here, and it holds it together. So it's an aluminum ring, and what I used was some of these bonsai wire cutters and just got the head down in there like that and clip, and it popped right out, and then that freed that up, clip, pop that out, cool. And so I only needed to actually disconnect the one side completely. This side over here, yeah, it's pushed up, but it's still connected underneath because this plastic piece is still attached. So I decided to just reach in under here and pry up the glue. And then if you go back far enough, once you get this piece all the way to the back on the left side of the passenger seat, you'll be able to peel up all the glue that's underneath there. And then you have to feed both of these wires back up through the seat, and then boom, you've got the whole thing out. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that because I was a little bit, confused. How am I going to get this passenger occupancy sensor out, which will get your airbag light to go off? You will still need to put the resistor in the plug like all the other videos. And that is from this cable right here. So the other plug that plugged into that, you'll put a resistor into the 2 center pins, and then just electrical tape it, and you'll be good to go. So anyway, that's it. Real quick, down and dirty. Just wanted to show you guys how I figured out how to get the passenger occupancy sensor out without completely taking the seat apart and doing all this other bending of wires and whatnot. It actually took me about 10 minutes to figure out, and so I thought this would help you, so that it'll only take like 5 minutes to get it out. So anyway, have a good day, and catch you in the next one.